This is a video of me washing my boyfriend's car, and I'll explain how to use a self-service car wash in the UK. They're usually at petrol stations. It's not advised to wash the car in direct sunlight, so a cloudy day or evening is best. It's sunny today, but I'm going to wash the car anyway. If I'm going to use the vacuum, then I like to use it first because the tube is really dirty and it's difficult to not touch the outside of the car with it. So if you wash the car and then hoover, it's easy to accidentally touch the outside of the car with the vacuum tube and make it dirty again. So first I'm using the hot pre-soak. This is to loosen up the dirt so it comes off more easily. I'm stood quite close to the car. This isn't recommended as it's quite powerful, but I find it cleans better closer, so use the sprayer that close to the car at your own risk. Make sure you get the underneath of the car too. Next, I'm switching to the high pressure wash to clean the soap brush. This is to clean the dirt from other people's cars or grit if someone accidentally put it on the floor. The use of this brush is controversial. You don't actually have to touch the car when you use it, you just want to be covering the car with soap. People that need to get a life will go around the internet telling people never to use the brush as it will cause swirl marks that you can only see if you shine a torch on the car in a very specific way. It's up to you if you want to use the brush with that in mind. Apply the soap from top to bottom, go around the top of the car and then go around the bottom of the car and the wheels. The bottom of the car is dirtier, so you don't want to drag up any dirt or stones and grit. Don't scrub with the brush, it could scratch the car. It's just to apply the soap. It doesn't even need to touch the car. You can just hover the brush above the car to get the soap all over the car. That's really up to you if you want to touch the car with the brush or not. Some people like to hover the brush above the car and get the soap, cover the car in the soap, and then use a mitt to scrub the car if the car is really dirty or has dirt that's difficult to come off. You can take your own mitt and scrub afterwards to avoid scrubbing with the brush. And now I'm going around the bottom of the car last. Make sure that you leave the wheels in the bottom of the car until last. This is because they're the dirtiest part of the car and you don't want to drag the dirt up. Switch to cold wax to rinse off the soap. This step is optional if you're trying to wash the car as cheaply as possible, and some machines have hot wax instead of cold wax, which would go on last. But the cold wax goes on before rinsing. You can just skip this step and just go straight to rinse because this to save time, because this is not essential. This isn't the same as paste wax that lasts 3 to 4 months. In a self-service car wash, this is usually some kind of oil and water mixed together that lasts about a week. The cold wax in self-service car washes washes off the soap better than the water does, in my opinion. Switch to the high pressure cold wash and rinse off the wax. Spot cleaning any bits of dirt that are hard to come off. Again, use the jet wash this close at your own risk. Make sure that you clean behind the wheels as well and underneath the car. If there is a spot-free wash, you can use that and the car will dry without watermarks. In the UK we have loads of limescale and minerals in the water, so if there is no drip-free or spot-free rinse option, then you'll have to dry the car by hand to avoid the car looking dirty even though you just washed it. So here I'm drying from top to bottom. You may need two cloths to do this to make sure it's a cloth made specifically for drying cars. They usually will sell them in the garage. And lastly, going around the bottom of the car. So this next step is optional. I'm spraying with a quick detail spray to finish with a fresh cloth. If you're trying to do this quickly, then this step isn't necessary. The guy in the bay next to me just sprayed water over the top just after I dried the car. And we're done.